Hi, my name is Tyler Poochler. I'm going to be doing the vignette with Sue Green and Kurt. Kurt is a 16-year-old high school student who is having issues with close relationships. Playing the role of the counselor is me, and playing the role of Kurt is Tyler B. Lannon. So let's begin. Hey, Kurt, how you doing today?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
So, has anything positive or negative happened since last visit?
Um, like, do you want the good news or bad news first?
Let's start with the good news.
Good news is my mom decided it was good time for me to take guitar lessons. So I'm excited for that.
It's awesome. Want to be a rock star one day?
That would be cool.
That's really awesome. Hope you keep at it. I'd love to see some videos of you playing the guitar. Said there's some bad things that happened. Do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, Mike constantly kept calling me. Again, last week he wanted me to come over to a lot of parties he was going to, and the one I managed to go to, the cops were called, and luckily I wasn't arrested, but a lot of other people were, and I've been nervous the last couple of days that the cops are going to come to my house and ask what I was doing there.
That sounds really scary, right? Am I right about that?
A little terrifying. I mean, it's just myself and my mom, and I have no idea how she would react to police coming to our house and asking for me specifically.
So what I'm hearing is you're feeling some regret and guilt. Is that correct?
I regret going. It's just it's like that pressure in your chest. It's the impending guilt if the cops come to your house that I keep feeling. I only slept for 4 hours last night thinking about it.
Yeah, that's really valid. So I told you last time, I think it would be good to make a pros and cons list about your relationship with Mike, is it correct?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Have you made that list?
I did. It's a short list. For the pros, I mean, I've known Mike since, I want to say, even preschool. But him and we help each other out on school stuff before. He got me into playing football, even though I didn't like it. It was just a good experience to be with a friend during that. But the one thing in my house that was pushed hard was say no to drugs, say no to alcohol, don't even try weed. And I see now that Mike is very into that. And he wants me to do things, but I can't say no to him because I can't find it within me to say no to him.
Sounds like to me you're having a lot of mixed feelings about him. So where do you see this relationship going if it continues?
I mean, he's been going more and more into drugs, and I experimented once and I didn't like it. And I know if my mom ever found out, she would nail me to a cross. So if it continues, I really want to end it for the sake of not putting my mother through any grief.
So what I'm hearing you say is like you need to end it, but you don't know how, correct?
Yes, I mean, it's tough. I mean, we're practically brothers.
So do you think it'll be helpful for the session for us to do a little role playing? I can play Mike and you'll be yourself, and we can go through that conversation and see how you feel about it afterwards. Does that sound like a good plan?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So imagine I'm Mike, at his house. I come up, hey, you wanna smoke some weed?
Mike, I really don't like that stuff.
Ah, come on, man. It's just weed. You did it once, but I mean, like, you gotta, like, you try it a couple times. It's cool.
Mike, I really don't, because if my mom finds out, dude, she will literally kill me.
I mean, what is it, man? Like, you haven't been talking to me as much. Like,
I
you
just,
think something's going on?
it's just, I don't like, I just don't like what you're doing with yourself, man.
Is that how you really feel?
I mean, dude, we used to be close. It's just, since you started doing and having me do stuff involved with drugs, you just met a completely different person.
Man, this is the first time you're telling me about this. Like, what are we gonna do about it? I mean, we've been friends for 10 years. Like, what are you saying?
I'm saying, if you don't change it, we're just gonna have to stop talking to each other.
I mean, that's a lot right now. I mean, I guess I gotta think about this. Wow. All right, role play over. So, how did it feel when you said that uh, you might not want to talk to him anymore?
It felt like a knot in my stomach. It went from my stomach and went all the way like into my chest. Like the knot I felt was the words, and it kind of physically hurt to try and get it out.
Do you feel a sense of regret?
Yeah, it's just because I really don't like letting people down. I feel nasty about it. And from this role play, the fact that, you started acting a little upset, that made me feel guilty instantly because I hate doing that to people.
Mhm. Well, I think our time's running a little short now. So, do you think it'll help if you write down your feelings about that role play, and we can talk about those feelings next session and go through what you feel like you have to do?
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, and really look forward to our next meeting. Did some good work today. Uh, so you have a nice rest of your night.
You too.